Alright, hello, we are live.
Hello,
Welcome
everyone.
back to the number one trading live stream. We win most of the time, but we might lose today. So if you're not ready, please quit trading as it's part of the game. There you go.
Hello
Has
everyone.
to be said every morning.
Had to be.
Yeah,
As a disclaimer, that's our disclaimer instead of like, this
morning.
isn't financial advice, which is also another disclaimer.
Yeah. Morning, Baron, Acta Kunst. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, we can look at GU. I don't trade it personally, but it usually
I'm
moves
looking at it.
pretty similar to GJ, doesn't it?
I'm looking at it right now.
GBPJPY. We can analyze it. Let's see.
Holy shit, we have so many views.
How many people is it now? I must have plugged the right chats today. I wonder why.
I was like, what the hell?
Crazy
Uh,
stuff. Yeah, so we've obviously had this massive rally towards the upside.
Rejected that as well. Okay,
I'm thinking
yeah.
it will hit 1.19, 1.18. If you want to, you can send a chart link. If you know how to send a chart link, you click this camera in the top right and copy link. You should be able to send it in the chat. So yeah, we've clearly reached, let's see, I reckon we've reached a premium of this bearish leg here. So it's a good area to sell from in terms of this bearish leg here. Higher time frame wise. Towards the downside, we've had this rally towards the upside, so we can expect a deeper retracement. So far on two levels is looking good to short. Now if we go more recently, it's playing out well too. It's actually looking very good for shorts. I see why you're looking at 1.19, 1.18.
What, GU?
GU, yeah. At least I haven't gone onto the weekly time frame, the daily time frame. I'm just looking at the very recent structure.
Yeah,
On
it's
3 or
just
4
confusing.
levels, it's looking good to short. Of course, we've got some
It's
range in
confusing.
here, but we've got bearish price action here. We've reached into the higher end of this bearish leg. So, of course, the best time to short, we've missed it. The best time to short was in this higher end here. But if you look now, even on this lower time frame, we've left behind this here. So if we slowly retrace back into, nice, been in short since yesterday. Yeah, so you got the good entry.
You
Yeah,
did, yeah?
if we get a nice re-entry into here, that could be a nice area to short from.
He was New York as well. Perfect timing
Yeah,
for
we'll
him.
line up with New York CPI news. That's a good point. It will line up with everything. Like I said, higher time frames, more intraday. Everything's pointing towards the short. Targets wise, first targets for me would just be structure. So the very recent structure, so 1.21, and maybe even before then take partials and close, some of the trade. But longer term, I would say the minimum, if you're a longer term trader, 1.202. This 50% region, as soon as we start taking liquidity here, and then from there, if you're overall bearish on GU, which I haven't really checked, I haven't seen higher, but overall below there, 1.20, 1.18, 1.19, like you said. Mac Duncan Wizard saying EU 1.05. Well, my
I'm
friend,
short with you, so
my friend. Are you trying to
I mean, to
collapse
be
the
honest,
euro? What's going on
to be
there?
fair, 1.05 isn't that unlikely, to be honest. It's I,
1.05.
yeah, my current weekly
Wow.
grid is from this high to 1.04,
Okay.
so but I am targeting
Previous.
1.06.
No worries.
Yeah.
So previous lows essentially. That's what you're thinking about, right?
Yeah, awesome stuff, man. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, 1.05. It's possible, but I think it's not gonna happen obviously in a day, in a week or whatever. Probably in the month, if not slightly more.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, possible. Although I do anticipate us to reach 1.08 first to complete the weekly grid before continuing back down. Once a deal's obviously finished with all this analysis,
Yeah,
I'll
I've
share
I've
mine
done
after.
mine. You can
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
So actually, GJ, I'm looking for longs below 159,600. Analysis, as I've explained for the past 3 or 4 days, we're in overall. We've had this bearish push towards the downside, but we haven't had a deep retracement. So I'm expecting a deeper retracement into this leg. And now, since we've just stayed within this bullish leg here, we still haven't tapped above. I'm still expecting these short-term highs to get taken at 161,300 ish. So once we tap into this area 159600, we'll have had a slow retracement, attracting in all the buyers, all the sellers. We've got loads of orders waiting above here. Orders have been taken down here. So once we push into this area, I think belongs will make sense for short term and the more longer term. And if we go on, so that's my analysis for GJ. I'm looking for longs at 159600. EUR USD was it wasn't looking good. And gold we were looking for shorts too. I don't trade gold, I trade GJ and EU, but I was analyzing it, and these are perfect. This is a perfect zone for shorting, simply because of the fact that overall we've been in bullish structure, but we've been pushing up for quite a while. 4 hours, let's see this 4-hour time frame. For the past 2-3 months we've been pushing up. The past 2 or 3 months. So at some point you can expect a retracement, but you want to make sure that you enter at the right time. You don't just say, I want price to shoot down, it's been pushing up so long, I might as well short, you know. That's not the right way to trade, obviously.
You lose
So
your money, right?
yeah, so we can expect a deeper retracement of that bullish leg I just showed, like I marked out here, into 1860 essentially. And now if we see, we pushed up and we broke structure towards the downside. This leg here yesterday around 6 p.m. we broke structure towards the downside. Now we slowly retraced into the higher end of the leg and started reacting. So the optimal entry was too early for us British guys. I don't know where you guys watching are from. Mark was looking to enter here, but yeah, he said it was too early.
It was too early, yeah.
It's
I don't want
yeah, so it's 7:30 in the UK right now. And
yeah, you don't want to be trading the first thing you do when you wake up. If you
That-
lose that trade, your whole day turns sour.
yeah, that's it. You don't want to start your day off like that. So
Yeah.
the perfect entry was missed, but if price pushed up and took these highs again, then rejected, that would be perfect for me. Or let's say we get something where we break structure towards the downside and we slowly retrace upwards again, then that would be optimal too. But
How do you filter your...
right now you'll be entering in the middle if you tried shorting now. At least the sort of style I have, I'm more so a scalper, or I have quick trades, so entering here wouldn't make sense for me. And
How do you filter your intermediate highs and lows?
the way I filter it is, McDuncan Wiz, I make sure price reaches the 50% region. So what that means is, you see how I mark this fib on? This is just a Fibonacci tool. If price has reached below the 50% or above the 50%, then made a new high or a new low, then I class it as an actual structure point. Whereas, I can just do a drawing to be fair. Let's say price has done this, and it didn't tap into below the... Oh, that's a bad example, isn't it? Let's say it didn't tap into the 50%, but then you got one that did. For me, this would not be classed as structure because, yeah, textbook ICT that is the half of the style
That's
I
where you
trade.
got it.
Mine's mixed and
That's where you
matched.
got
Yeah, so if it hasn't reached into the 50%, you're essentially saying the institutions, quote unquote banks, smart money, they didn't get the best price possible. So it doesn't seem like their move. It doesn't seem
Not
like
possible, yeah.
it's not impulsive enough. It's not. Well, they didn't get the best price possible, so you can expect them to eventually push down into that area. So in this leg here, you can say that a discount was never reached, so you can expect a push down into that area. So that's how I decide mine. You know who ICT is, so maybe you do the same or not.
Most likely. Most likely,
But
most
yeah.
likely.
So essentially, I use higher time frames with the same logic, and then you're looking for on the lower time frames the more recent structure to get broken. Look for your shorts, and then I'll go on the 15-minute. Look for that rejection. So I let Mark show his analysis. That's pretty much me on most pairs, or all pairs, sorry. And he can analyze. He can analyze UJ too.
You can start analyzing GJ, bro.
UJ. I'll let you show yours first. Let's see.
Okay. Alright, so first of all, $1 now full transparency. 1 second when it loads. Full transparency, I am in drawdown right now for euro dollar, but I'll show you guys why I entered and why I had this trade on. So, first of all, obviously, this is a very simple, this is a very simple and basic strategy to follow as well. So, there was consolidation by sell side liquidity here, buy side liquidity up here. Okay, so I waited for euro dollar to grab the buy side liquidity. However, I was a bit I wasn't sure whether to enter at this point, even though buy side liquidity was taken, mostly because it broke with imbalance, right? But as soon as you can see the let me just actually hide all my and then like do over here. Okay, so actually the other one as well. So you can see over here, just follow my cursor. So this level you can see was a major high, plenty of liquidity sitting above here, namely because obviously there's going to be stop losses sitting above this level, you know, whether it be here, here, or here, whatever, or entries as well, looking to sell around this level. Okay, so there was a lot of buy side liquidity up here. Sorry, stop losses up here, and also breakout traders as well, looking to break out and looking to buy when price is broken. So yeah, so stop losses have been taken from these shorts, and also buyers have been triggered in. So now there's a lot of buying order into the market. So now I anticipated for sell side to be taken and sell side to be hunted, right? However, you can see that it was broken with a massive impulse, and there's a potential that it could close with some sort of imbalance, which is obviously not ideal for me. It shows that this trade could be valid and it could be the continuation of the next trend. So I waited for the next candle. And there you go. You can see that it actually closed the imbalance, and it didn't close with imbalance this time. So even though structure was broken with impulse, it ended up going back down anyways and closing the gap over there. So that for me was a valid entry, and I entered over here, right here around 2 o'clock or around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or something like that. Basically just around New York. You know, just around New York, basically. Okay, so now I entered two positions. One is a bit more aggressive with 26 pips stop loss, and the other one is a little bit more lenient and giving price a little bit more space to breathe at 34.4. Split my risk between these two, so 0.5% here, 0.5% here, and now leaving the rest to run. So yeah, so far that's what I'm looking at so far. And why I did that and why I was overall short in the market was because we have this massive impulse over here, okay? And then in the 4 hour as well, I was anticipating there was basically a gap in volume over here. I was anticipating that volume to be filled in. Another thing is if you look at the daily time frame over here, if we put our swing low and swing high over here, and then put our VWAP. So our volume profile, I'm going to lose a lot of people here, but the VWAP is basically just make it like as simple in your head. It's a moving average, but with volume attached to it. So I go over here. I anticipated, okay, so now the volume is up here. I anticipated the lower deviation of this volume to be taken as well, so to be retested before climbing back up, as it was quite impulsive. Although I will be obviously looking to move my stop loss around break even, if not secure some profit once the second one is tapped as well, as some sort of risk management as well. Let me just remove all of this. So that's why I'm looking at short on euro dollar. Now for gold, which is actually going to go kind of against with my euro dollar trade, but anyways, let's remove that for now. So I was anticipating shorts around this level because it's 12-hour zone that I have. So look at this candle body, retest perfectly, and we're starting to sink now back down below. Okay, so now let's look at the lower time frame where this pullback could potentially end. As Adil said, I was looking to short around this level, but it was quite early on, so I didn't want to enter. So yeah. Yeah, it was around the 5 o'clock where I opened. I saw it got rejected. I was going to look to enter, but I didn't, mostly because I didn't want to end up losing straight away in the first thing in the day and then, you know, be bitter about my trading. Okay, so I'd rather have my mentality straight rather than a few percents here and there. Okay, so now where I'm anticipating this to end is around this 1878 level. Basically, you can see here we had a consolidation over here on the hour time frame. You can see that we respected this zone as well, right here. By consolidation, I mean this little block right here, which I mean because if you look at the lower time frame, is a consolidation type price action on the lower time frame. So now we're anticipating price to go down to 1876, potentially to fill in the weekly grid over here at 1898. Again, that could potentially happen. I'll wait and see how that works out. I doubt we'll get it today in this stream, but I'll definitely be looking at entering that. And then I'll be putting the entry on Discord as well. As for UJ, I mean, I haven't really traded USD JPY, so here you go. Here's my take on it, I guess. All right. So let's look at the higher time frame. Okay, so first of all, we have broken this major zone over here. Pretty clear to see we have broken this zone. So we're in between two zones right now. So here and here. The issue with trading UJ now is obviously trying to find a direction. The way I find directions, if when there's a breakout on the weekly, I look for the next zone. However, we already have that breakout on the weekly, and now we're at the next zone. We have rejected this zone right here, 1, 2, 3, three times right now. So my anticipation is we could end up going back into the previous zone, retesting that one more time before collapsing back down. But obviously, I can't determine that yet until we look at the lower time frame. So let's look at that now. Okay, so on the lower time frame, what do we have? Let's look at the structure overall. So we look at the most significant high or significant low. For me, the most significant low is over here as we broke this previous structure over here. So let's mark that down. And then we ask ourselves, where was this significant low created? And where do we have to break in order to start to turn bullish? This is the level we have to break and finish above on the daily time frame in order for us to become bullish and to change our direction to the upside. Okay, so let's keep that in mind, and we'll keep that marked on. So right now, all we're looking for is sells around this zone right here. Anywhere between the zone, we're looking for sells, but obviously that just gives us an overall range. It doesn't give us timing in the market. It doesn't give us anything like that. It gives us direction and it gives us a range to trade in, but it doesn't give us timing. So again, let's look at the lower time frame again. So next thing is I look at the volume profile and the VWAP as well. So this is the monthly VWAP. And this is the volume profile. So first of all, we have a gap over here, quite a significant gap as well, where price could be magnetized to. So if price starts to fall into the next weekly grid, don't be surprised, that could potentially happen. And we also just about missed this VWAP up here as well, which I'm not too happy about because we could end up retesting it before retesting that gap over here. Okay, so the next thing is put it back on. So another level we could be looking at again is the weekly level. As I said, we could end up retesting the weekly VWAP, weekly grid first before starting to climb back down. And you can see that this level right here, this VWAP, lines up almost perfectly with this weekly grid, right? The only issue I have with this is the fact that there's not much volume around this zone, so it could be a little bit tricky to properly get a proper entry. Okay, so next thing is I want to put the VWAP on the daily high because it's a bearish trend, so I put the VWAP on the daily high. I'll put it here. You can see how perfect this lines up as well with the weekly level. So right now, what else can we add on to this? One, we have obviously significant highs sitting above this level. So if this significant highs get taken, what do we have? A liquidity grab, right? So we have liquidity sitting above this level that we could use, market makers could use to start putting their shorts in and start pushing the price back down. Another thing you could say, I guess, for those smart money traders is we do have a fair value gap over here that we could end up filling almost completely before pushing back down. And I have plenty more other confluences as well. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, I look at the session volume profile and I close this, but I'm not going to go too in depth because I'm probably losing a lot of people right now.
This is the matrix. Mark's just into the matrix right now.
So you can see, yeah, I try to analyze the volume profile. Obviously, do bear in mind, out of full transparency for you guys that are trying to look into volume profile, it's the volume in Forex market isn't always as accurate as other markets, mostly because there's going to be a lot of over-the-counter trading happening. So they're not all transactions in the Forex industry and the Forex market is going to go through the same broker as you. Okay, so so bear that in mind. Just use the volume profile with a grain of salt, right? Just read it with a grain of salt and whatever, and then yeah, just be safe with it. Okay, cool. So that's basically what my take. So let's just put it simply. So what I'm anticipating now is for it to go back into this 133 level and then start to climb back down into previous weekly grid. Okay, so that's my take on UJ.
Nice.
And yeah, that'll be all for now. I am looking at Bitcoin sales as well, but we'll wait when that happens.
Maybe we got crypto boys on the stream. Maybe.
Morning, Ray. Morning, Ray.
Does anyone want us to look at anything specific for all the people still watching, or send your charts maybe? Cable? Did we look at cable?
Oh no, we haven't. I don't think. That's all you, bro. That's your
GBP
territory.
USD. I'm pretty sure we just looked at GU.
I hate pound pairs anyway.
Yeah, I
So
literally
it's all
just.
you, bro.
Guys, where's your attention? I literally just analyzed GU.
Did you?
Yeah, I said push down into the 50%. Every other time frame's lining up.
My bad, my bad.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that was you, was it, Elite Man?
Jert said that was
Yeah.
helpful. Your analysis of UJ was helped him.
Sorry.
Thank you. So yeah, you guys can have a taste of what my strategy looks like. It's very untraditional. I'll tell you guys that now. I wouldn't say it's hard to learn, but it's a lot to start off with.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
GU
That's why I'm not
and
hosting the
EU
stream.
Move the same. Yeah, move the same mostly, right? Let's see the
But
correlation.
they have a high correlation, but yes, it's
I've seen
better to see
GJ and GU, GBP, JPY, and GU tend to be the same, but EU and GU I've never really
I
checked.
don't think not recently. I don't think they did GU
Uh,
and GJ, but
Yeah, so if you click on this button here, you can actually add correlation and see which pairs are lining up. Let's figure it out. Let's see. Doesn't seem to be so far. So actually, they move very similar. So if you don't know, this is GU. I've tagged alongside it. They move very similarly. You can imagine also, especially during this time of the day, obviously America isn't trading as heavily. All the banks in America, all the institutions, the hedge funds, they're obviously
Yes.
asleep. For the
Sleeping.
most part, I don't want to completely say okay everyone's asleep, but
like
for the
a
most part,
dickhead.
there's definitely not as much volume coming in from America, the USD side, as there is from GBP and Euro. So it would make sense that for the most part during this time of the day, London Open and everything, they would move quite similarly because the USD is so inactive. And can you add on more than one? You probably can.
Yeah, Bitcoin is
So
gonna
yeah,
sell off.
Euro for me is tricky. There's no nice areas for me to enter. The only possible, there was this one area here, but for me,
Just
you know, it's very tricky. The push into it was very fast, heavy momentum, so it didn't make sense.
Oh, this is a tricky question. How do we
Oh.
Okay, so I'm a swing trader. Okay, so I only really take 1 or 2 trades a week, but I end up holding those trades for like a week or so.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's the because okay, I will say as well, I'm very particular with the setups I take. I don't just take any setup that lines up. Like I need it to be almost perfect to some extent. That's just the type of trader I am. Obviously, I'm not saying it's the right one. I'm not saying it's wrong, but yeah,
yeah.
1 or 2 a week for me.
Yes, so mine, up until very recently, I was essentially taking a trade every day. If not, essentially a trade every day because of my strategy. But over Christmas and over that, I was just refining it, backtesting more and changing my strategy. And I've got to the point now where it's, because of the quality of trades I'm looking for, on a single pair, I'm only really taking, it's crazy, about 3-4 trades a month. So once I realized that, I was like, okay, I need to add on more pairs now. So by next week, I'll have around 3 or 4 pairs, and essentially, you can expect for me to be taking 3 trades a week, probably 3 to 4. So less than
What about
before,
you, man?
but as the quality of your trades goes up, you can expect, of course, to be taking less trades per pair.
Yeah, I tried scalping a while back, fortunately.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Nice.
This is the thing with scalping.
Yeah.
It's one of them ones, isn't it? It's very risky.
I think the more, yeah.
The higher the quality, it's just natural that if you want to take better trades, they're not gonna come as often. The opportunities aren't gonna come as often. It's just common sense if you think about it. And if you are taking 65 trades, I bet. Well, you did well on that day.
Yeah,
But I bet most of the time they weren't actually good quality trades. It's more so intuition, depending on how you're feeling. There's a elite man can relate, you know.
Well, I think the more confluences
He's on the call with us right now.
the more confluences you try and add to your strategy, the less likely you are to get a trade.
There you go.
Because you're trying to find obviously more reasons to take the trade. But if your trade is as easy as, looking for a breakout on this level and I take a trade, then obviously you'll get a trade every single day, if not a bit more. But yeah, it's just our style of trading really. And for me, the more times you press that buy or sell button, the more times you are likely to make a mistake, whether it be lot size, whether it be, the risk, the calculation of risk, whether it be the wrong direction, you are most likely to get some sort of that. And yeah, at some point it will probably start to feel like gambling. But yeah, can't link my trading view. It's not letting me send. I think you have to send the X code thing on it. So if you want to share it,
Yeah.
share
hang on.
it.
So I'll do it now. If you got the link, what you do is basically just keep this part of the link. That should
We can't.
send it there.
I don't think I can see it. Oh,
It should
yeah.
be
Oh,
able to
that
see
one.
that.
Right.
Remove the rest
Yeah.
of the link and just send me that, and then I guess I have to go on Google.
Yeah. No.
Would I have to go on Google and then open it up?
No. You just put it on your one. So you put open chart,
Yeah,
and
but
then you
I'm
just
on
replace yours.
desktop, right?
Oh, then yeah.
The one con of trading. on
Welcome,
desktop.
Alex Scott, to the Discord. Yeah. As for EU, I'm already in shorts, but yeah, it's obviously wait for your.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to be in profit. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Did you send the wrong one there? Nightbots and Smoke.
Oh.
He's deleted that link he just sent. Alright,
I
what you
wanna
can
type.
do is if you join there's a Discord link in the description. It's free. We're not selling anything.
You can leave after you send the chart too.
Leave
You can
after
say
you
that.
send the chart, but there's a
You can do it.
there's
Yeah.
a link to the group below in the description. If you join there and just send it in the chat, that'll be way easier. to be fair.
Nightbot's on smoke. We need to calm
Yeah,
down,
we need to
Nightbot.
calm down our bot, don't
It's too protective over us, man. But wouldn't stop value poor spamming. Come on now,
Yeah.
Nightbot. What are you doing?
Guys, we had a hater. I don't know how. We had a hater in the chat. I think it was 2 days ago, calling us
Yeah.
scammers, and people said, "Wait, we must be the first scammers who don't sell anything. What's going on here?" Hold
It's
up.
good though. We're that good.
We're that good. We just, don't even need to sell anything.
Yeah. Scammers.
These scammers, they be out here. But yeah,
Oh, okay. So he called here.
if anyone knows what FTMO is, something to look forward to, next week I will be taking a challenge live on the live stream.
He's not gonna trust. He's not gonna try and pass in one day, obviously,
Of course.
but he's gonna take it
Maybe I
live.
worded that. Maybe I worded that badly, but I will be taking a challenge on stream for funding. If anyone knows, I think most people do know what FTMO is, but
Yeah. If you guys don't know, it's basically a company that funds traders that need capital or want capital, but you have to prove to them in a way of a challenge. So you have to make 10% the first month, 25% the next month, and then they'll give you the live capital. Well, live capital, that's still up to debate.
can't see your
The
face, man.
payout is live. Oh, that one is true.
Yeah,
I can attest to it. I'll personally put my reputation on it because I am also FTMO funded as well.
yeah. So essentially, a company prove to them you're a good trader, and they'll give you money to trade with
Yeah.
because
Pretty
they
good.
trust you. It's amazing. It'll speed up your trading journey like massively. I guess.
Yeah. Oh, Enigme's back. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I saw Enigme talking. Elite Man was having
Did
a
you-
nice conversation.
Did you message James to get it back?
I didn't do anything.
Oh,
You
I
must
didn't
have done it
either.
yourself.
Yeah. That happened. Welcome everyone to the group,
we
by the
do
way.
need to fix that. Sorry, guys. We do need to fix that whole link thing. I don't know why.
I don't know
Can't
I
fix
think
it.
because I think Roger Banks had the same issue in it.
I'm sure he used to always open up charts. I was fine.
Yeah, I
He's-
know, but like as in they couldn't send the whole chart in.
Yeah. Alright, he sent it. Let's see. If it lets me open it. Alright, so this was Suyesh. Here we go.
I see it.
Be right back. Alright.
Oh, sorry.
Appreciate
I
you
do apologize.
staying. See you in a
I
bit.
tried to mute in time, but I failed.
Didn't work.
Lovely 1 to 200 art here. Lovely stuff.
Yeah. With trading view leverage.
He's trade smart money too. That's your expertise, bro.
Let's see. What, this shot here?
Yeah, smart money.
Oh, the liquidity.
No, I just know it's smart money because of the risk to reward. To be honest,
Oh, well,
as
it's
soon as I see
risk
the
to
risk to
reward,
reward,
smart
I'm
money.
like, that's smart money, man. That's
This
smart
is-
money concept.
Okay, yeah, so you managed to find a nice place to enter. Personally, I didn't really.
What's this? Gold.
No, it's this the chart you sent.
Yeah, gold. No, euro.
It's Euro USD. Yeah, so obviously we had the short bias overall. Everyone agrees on that. Let's see what your entry was. Loads of numbers on here, Suyesh. Are these all fibs? It's all Fibonacci.
It looks like
isn't
a fib, yeah.
Fibonacci.
He's got the kill zones too. I'm pretty sure. It looks like it.
Interesting. So you got Fibonacci extension
With RSI.
Is this purple zone fair value gap or fair value gap?
I think that'll be. Yeah, I think it'll be fair
sitting
value.
here.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
fair
I
value
think that'll
gap,
be.
yeah.
That'll be where it moves to stop loss to break even, most likely.
Maybe. Yeah, so we got the red liquidity level here. That's true. Of course, we got equals. We got breakout traders waiting for that level to be broken.
He was so annoying
If
if
I
I didn't
didn't-
get stopped that early.
Oh,
Yeah,
London is open.
I saw. Yeah.
Were you in
I saw.
shorts, Ray? I didn't see your.
He was in shorts yesterday. Yeah. It was a really good short. It was a good short idea as well. It just grabbed liquidity, like deep liquidity, before pushing back down, and then he would have made a decent profit there.
Oh, this chart's from Tuesday. Unless you're in a completely different time zone from us. Yeah, I was gonna say this chart's from Tuesday.
Yeah, I can see they probably
Why don't you send your? Well, so obviously, I get your analysis here. We all agree. The thing is here, we.
Or
still
maybe
have
he's
liquidity
waiting.
Here.
Maybe he's
I
waiting.
think this liquidity here has been taken now.
What's his entry? I want to know.
His
What's
entry
his
was
entry?
1.07464.
Oh, okay. His entry. Believe his stop loss. Oh, sorry, his stop loss. Where is it?
His stop loss was your entry. Don't say that.
I think so. I'm not too sure.
Nah, that's a violation.
What's his stop loss?
That's a violation.
What's his stop loss?
1.
This is just. I just want to know.
1.07632.
Okay, no, it was above.
Yeah.
It was above. I wasn't trying to roast, by the way. I was just like literally to see if
Yeah.
if my concept works.
Well, let's see EU now. What's EU done now?
Guys, London is open.
Oh, London is open for 2 minutes. You're late, elite man.
No, I was late 1 minute, but you guys didn't listen to me.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you were muted, so we didn't listen to you.
I wasn't.
All right, sorry, mate. Sorry, we should have listened
only
while
1
you.
minute, Mike.
Right.
Then
Oh,
you
okay.
didn't listen to me. So
Yeah,
bad.
so we did take. That's the thing. These were very clear, equal highs. Buy sell liquidity. A little dangerous if you're trading smart money. I would have looked at them like, crazy. Plus,
Yeah.
if you look at when you entered, which is, let me just keep double checking because I think you might be in a different time zone. Where are you from, trading charted anyway? UK,
Check the
US.
time zone.
I was trying to see if
No, I
could
was
have
trying to
improved.
see if anyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we had tapped into bullish structure here. That's why it was not a bad idea. I don't want to say it's a bad idea, but if you look at, you entered somewhere around here, right? And if you check the chart, we had this bullish structure level here, very impulsive, took liquidity towards the upside.
Yeah,
Chicago
typical
time
time, yeah.
zone, right? Okay,
That is smart money at its finest.
yeah.
Most people that proper trade ICT are on Chicago time zone. To be fair.
Of course, we
And-
didn't take these highs here. It actually missed these highs. But that's also another sign. We've left these highs and clearly retraced below it. It's almost a sign that buyers and sellers are being triggered in. The sellers have been triggered in. Their stop losses are above here. The buyers, they're waiting for the level to be broken. So with all the ranging and with this impulsive move upwards, I would have waited for this high to get taken. As you can see, we took it.
Obviously, sorry,
Yeah.
carry on.
No,
Sorry.
nearly done, but
Yeah,
we took this high. Even now, it's still techie for me because I see more
Yeah.
equal highs.
more liquidity,
I've got no
exactly,
clean zone to enter from, so it's still tricky for me to enter here.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm waiting. But yeah, with your entry, I would say it was just too early in this push up. If you look at how long we've been pushing up, you can expect a little more of a retracement, and you at least want that break of structure.
Mhm.
That's it. We should have waited for the liquidity grab. So you already know, really. Maybe it's just a one-off for you. You know.
Obviously, we say this with a bit with hindsight, right? We can say this.
Obviously,
We can
yeah,
say
obviously,
but at the time, I'm sure you had reasons to take the trade, and
That's
but
yeah.
that's the good thing about hindsight, though. You can look at your trade back and
That's
look where you could have improved.
that's trading for you, right? Hindsight.
That is trading.
You can always look back at trade in the past and be like, oh, I could have done this, could have done that. But what you have to
Unless-
remind yourself is you have to ask yourself, like imagine you were actually there. Okay, what was the maximum you could have done at that actual time? And I guess you can rewind to do that, or backtest obviously is another route. Can enter the same trade in a few days. There you go.
Love to see it.
By that, do you mean like whatever your rules are, you're gonna follow them no matter what? If so, fair enough.
That's fair, man. That's
Fair enough.
that takes some.
That's how me and Mark do it too. Essentially.
Yeah. No, it is. My rules are set. I do obviously look for ways to improve them, but I don't like change my strategy straight away. I slowly incorporate and take things away.
Yeah.
So it's like not completely different strategy, just an improved version. That's what I do.
Yeah. So Ray, are you looking to enter too? Are you waiting a little bit more?
Let's go shorts together, bro. Let's do it.
Everyone just short it.
Everyone full margin call this short, bro. Everyone just put all your money into it, just short.
We can make a little dent. Everyone, if we all put a 1 lot in, 100 lot, we'll make it add up to 100 lot. Move the market 1 pip. Come on, easy.
That's a profit. That's
profit.
Well,
1 pip.
That's spread. That's spread.
Spread. We made break even. That's what most businesses do. You know. Apparently.
Who needs profit anyways?
Who needs profit? We just need to make our spread back. Come on.
Yeah. How's everyone's 2023 so far anyways? Obviously new year.
Yeah.
Did anyone make any changes to their strategy? Did anyone make any changes to their habits, their whatever, what's it called, routines to get 2023 in the right in the right direction?
What are your trading goals? That's a big question.
That's a goal, yeah.
Trying to become full-time this year, or are you already full-time?
And you're trying to become part-time again because you're sick of trading. Which one? Not anyone, but...
It's like definitely not speaking from experience.
Oh, definitely speaking from experience. On the way back home from work, so I'll look in a bit. Nice. Don't drive and watch the stream.
By the way, guys, that sound you hear is whenever someone subscribes. You can hear that sound.
Oh, it's come up.
The sound comes
again.
up, but the animation...
No, it's working. It's working.
I mean, the animation isn't there.
Yeah, it's working.
It worked, yeah.
No, I know the sound worked. I'm saying the...
No, the animation worked. I was saying. I saw it.
Did I not see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yep.
We did it.
Beautiful.
Nice.
We're a real stream now. You know?
We're real streamers now. We made it.
But yeah.
I hope it's not too loud as well. I think we can change the volume, so let us know if it's too loud.
But yeah, I'll do a poll on the YouTube. What are everyone's goals? What's a better way of saying it? Where are you right now, or what are your goals? Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know which one.
We've got 15 people watching right now, which is actually more than we've had in for the start. Considering we just started the stream, it's actually quite a lot.
Yeah.
Day job interfering with trading things. That's every trader's life story, Baron. We got another trader in the Discord who's actually an amazing trader. He's in a similar situation.
He's not in the Discord anymore.
Yeah, he was in the Discord. He had a little falling out with someone. So.
Well, we can laugh about it. It's all jokes.
Someone. Who will be?
I wonder.
You know.
I wonder.
No, but yeah, it does happen, isn't it? But I think it's a sign of a good trader if you can put your trading around your work as well. To be fair, that means you can adapt and stuff, which is good. I mean, that's what everyone has to do, isn't it?
That's it. I think as long as you make sure you're spending at least some time every day, if not every week, improving your trading, not just checking the charts, not just like. Because obviously
not
that's
analyzing.
One part of the story is okay. I'm going to spend some time on the active charts, the live charts, trying to become a better trader. That's one thing. But if you want to make the real progress, make sure you're spending each day or each week, whenever you can make the time, to actually backtest and test the strategy, like by going back in time.
And journal.
Yeah.
Welcome. And journal as well.
Journaling is massive too. Journaling.
How to master a time of the day.
That's true. Journaling your trades every day. Journal your emotions when you were taking it, like what you could have improved, the positives, the negatives. That is massive. How to master.
Although I will say though, from experience, once you become full-time, the first time you become a full-time trader, or like when you start becoming full-time trader, I will tell you guys a massive leap from when you were part-time. It's like you would think all the problems and all your trading like worries goes away, but in reality, it's actually to some extent, it's a little bit harder once you go full time.
Yeah.
Because you have all this time and you're thinking, okay, what can I do with it, or what should I be doing with it? And you start to wonder what you should be doing with it because like ask yourselves this, like if you are actually become a full-time trader, are you actually going to be spending the right amount of time trading, analyzing, back testing, and so on? Or are you just going to be like trading for 2 hours and then stop and then go about your day? Because if that's the case, a lot of people will get, no offense to anyone, but a massive reality check, as I did as well. So just speaking from experience there, boys.
Yeah. Mark, do you
Speaking
want to
the
do the
truth of
poll?
full
Because I
time.
can't do the poll. It's not working.
I don't have it, but yeah, I'll log
If you
into
can load it up.
Enigma. Yeah, I'll log into Enigma.
Yeah, and
What is it?
I'll be fully transparent 'cause since we got a lot of new people watching. I'll be fully transparent. Mark is a full-time trader right now. I'm half in university still, half trading, and then soon I'll be making the transition. That's yeah, being fully transparent. Don't wanna put
I need
out
a
face too
journal.
much.
Oh, bro, do we have a thing for you?
I need to
Nah, so
journal.
if yeah,
That's true.
there's a
I can
journal
show that actually.
in our Discord that you could use. It's a template for Notion. It's all set up for you if you want. There's some features that you might use that you might not use. But yeah, let me just get this journal. Not this journal. This thing.
Oh yeah, this should be helpful for people. Because I think the
hmm
one thing putting people off journaling is the idea that, oh shit, I've got to go make a journal now. I've got to, or like log in their trades, etc., etc. Yeah, it's free, Baron. It's the link is in the description. Anyone can join.
Just starting.
Mark shares his analysis on there because obviously he's a longer term trader, so most of his trades like won't be on the stream. It'll be in the
Sorry.
Discord, and there's loads of good traders with their own styles, own strategies talking in there, which is pretty amazing. Yeah, so we made this for anyone who's like been putting off logging their trades. This is separate to a journal, but if you're looking to log your trades, we made this for everyone. It's a free resource. So it's a table that applies to all strategies. No matter what your strategy is, all these data points that we've put apply to your strategy. So we've got, the time taken, the date, pip gain, risk gain, and then analysis, pictures and everything. And then what will happen is at the top it'll automatically calculate your total wins, your total losses, your win rate, etc., etc., and your total percent gain, total pips caught. All of it will automatically get done. You just need to fill this out every day. Then monthly, it will show your results too. So it's pretty good for if you can't be asked to make your own journal, which fair enough. It's a good little template to use. It'll automatically do your monthly one. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in the Discord. There's a section called Journal. You'll find it.
Yeah. There's also like the other one as well, the Trading Hub
The
thing.
Trading Hub,
It
yeah.
has its own journal as well. And you can do your daily forecast on there and stuff. It just basically
Yeah.
gives you almost like a template of how you could set your stuff out. Obviously, I also know that people have their own ways of writing stuff down and logging stuff down. So, use it
Yeah.
if you want to. Don't use it if you don't. It's created for everyone though. But yeah. And then yeah, as of right now, bro, $1 is just
The markets are dead. The markets are dead. I don't know what
it is
Euro's doing.
January though. It is January,
That's true.
so it's gonna be dead, isn't it?
It's January, and of course we have CPI later. Could be another reason for why the market's just ranging.
Yeah. Or is it first week or second week? I completely forgot.
What do you mean? Of January?
Yeah,
Second
second
week.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're only 2 weeks in, boys. Relax.
Yeah, only 2 weeks in the 2023.
I know it says there in the bottom right, total wins NA, total losses NA. We're 2 weeks in. Relax. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we've only been streaming this week. That's why
Yeah,
if it
we did
says
start this.
no
I was gonna
tra-
say if you forgot to
yeah,
mention that, I was
if
like,
it
that's a
says no
massive oversight.
trades on stream, this is for this year. We've been streaming for literally 4 days.
No, we haven't taken this a trade ever.
Yeah.
Ever. No. Yeah, just
But
this stream.
before this year, we were trading. We started streaming in August last year or September. Was it August?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think it was August. Yeah, August, and we had 3 out of 4 months profitable, and essentially 1 month that was essentially break even, a tiny loss.
No,
And
I'd say a loss.
and
Might
I'm
as well.
always upgrading my strategy, and it gets better and better. So let's see.
My
Mark,
strategy is not for the faint-hearted.
yeah, that's why
No,
you
I'm
have to
joking.
join the group. It's like
Yeah,
you gotta be initiated for that one.
you got to, yeah,
She
you have
only,
to be trapped in
yeah,
the community before you look at my strategy first
yeah. So we know
because
you're not gonna
it
leave.
scares people away.
Do you only stream on YouTube? Yeah, that's what we stream on.
Dude.
I think
Unless Twitch
Twitch.
allows
I
us.
think Twitch bans people from streaming, from what I've
And
heard.
I think they see it as gambling, don't they?
Yeah, I mean Raja Banks, if anyone knows him, he used to stream on YouTube. Sorry, Twitch, and he said he got banned.
Hmm.
Like giving out too much free money.
Apparently so.
I don't think they should ban it if they actually looked into what people were doing. I don't think,
Yeah.
compared to all the other stuff on Twitch, I'm sure we're having a positive influence on the world, you know?
No, I mean it depends what type of strategy you have, I guess.
Yeah.
If it's literally just like, oh, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, yeah, you gotta
Yeah, that's
cut
what they
that.
should individually check. You know, it's not like there's that many trading live streams.
Yeah, true. But I think YouTube's better anyways.
Oh yeah, YouTube for sure. Compared to
Yeah.
them anyway, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Dixie, what's Dixie doing? So Dixie did finish back into its range, so that could be classed as a fake out.
Yeah,
We can see some sort of rise in Dixie in the short term.
yeah, let's see. So Euro we're overall short, it's DXY still lining up. Yeah, so DXY, just from this glance alone, we've had a massive push towards the downside, very impulsive, we're at lows. But the one thing I don't like about DXY is, for anyone who doesn't know what DXY is, it's just all the dollar pairs. Sorry, no, just the dollar itself, weighted. What's the actual definition? I don't know the actual definition of DXY. Mark, do you know the actual definition of DXY?
Dollar index.
No, I know that, like dollar index. It's essentially all of the pairs weighted against each other, from what I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're
Not
looking
all of
to,
it, a lot of it.
So essentially, if you're looking to sell Euro USD, you're anticipating that the dollar is getting stronger, and this pair here, DXY, essentially is showing the value of the dollar itself overall. So if DXY,
Compared to other,
yeah.
compared to, yeah.
So if DXY seems bullish and you're looking to sell Euro USD, it's just a good little confluence to add. Yeah, what I don't like about this is we've left equal lows right above an order block sitting here.
Which one? Got GJ?
That's DXY.
Oh, bro, I sniffed profit in Eurodollar. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll back at break even. Okay, then. Well, I'll stop celebrating.
You jinx yourself, bro.
Yeah, I'll stop celebrating now and I'll just let it run.
Yeah, so we are overall lows. The only thing that puts me off is those equal lows we left, but let's see if we're starting to get a nice reaction. Nice, it's choppy overall. Yeah, DXY, if I was to say I was fully bullish, I would want to see these highs get taken at the least. Then for that sort of reaction. Drawing lines on the chart, I know, but it's DXY. What can you do? So yeah, not many trades yet, but soon there'll be more. The market is still becoming alive, restoring its life force. The traders are waking
That's
up.
what consolidation is, really.
Mm. Yeah, it's all
Yeah, I'll just
all
add
these
that
hedge
for
fund
now.
traders have just used up their energy. They've been dun-dun-dun. You know what I mean?
They're in hibernation. I mean, to be fair, we had an amazing December, though, to be fair. December moved a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, quite well.
Like, it did move quite a bit in
That is
December.
true.
Like, and most pairs.
That's a good one. Beginning, part-time, full-time.
Yeah. I want to see where everyone's at. Oh, everyone's beginning. Oh, no, third. Wow, equal thirds.
Is it really?
Who's full time? Anyone full time in there? Yo, give me a shout, man. It gets boring.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
You put full time? Oh, you are full time, aren't you? Technically, you forgot.
Is he? I didn't know that.
Believe that.
I thought you
Yeah, I
were
completely
part-time.
forgot. Yeah. No, he's full time. He's been
Been
full time
about.
for a while.
Been about.
Yeah.
From October.
Yeah.
Nice.
Completely forgot you're full time.
I believe that. Because you're so busy, man.
Yes, I am.
Busy man, memory's gone. You know.
So much to do. Yeah, busy old man.
That's why I write down everything. Because I'm just like, if I forget it, I'm fucked. Every single thought I get, every task I make sure I write
Alright,
it down.
but am I gonna write down Elite Man full time?
Not that. Not that.
You should pay.
Catch.
Remember that Elite Man is full time now.
Yeah, just remember it
Don't,
always.
don't
man.
ever disrespect him. Make sure you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Here's my. Wait, what? My swap is $17 and $12 on euro dollar. That's insane swap.
$17
On one day.
Crazy.
Yeah, $17. That's insane swap.
Haram.
And then the other
Haram.
one,
It's not good.
the other one is $12. Like what? I didn't even realize the swap
That's
is that
mad.
massive. I would have waited till
what,
the next
one
day.
day?
Yeah, one day of holding.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, let me just check actually. Where's swaps at? Oh, swap short is -6, so it's $6 per. But that doesn't make sense. $6 per lot? Maybe. Nah, that would make sense. That would make sense actually.
Oh, say.
Yeah, that's one thing about swing traders. We get like swaps. So okay, so let's see. Like this month alone, or this profit split session, I've paid $230 on swaps, but low on commission though. So there's that.
Did you just say this month?
This month, yeah,
$230 in swaps. Crazy.
yeah, 230 on swaps this month alone.
To be fair, was there not that one trade that you held for about a week or longer?
Yeah, there was. It was gold. I think
Yeah.
it was gold.
The mother.
Yeah. Don't remember if I won or lost that to be honest, but I remember holding it for days.
That's an idea. For once we do our own broker, we'll have a
Anti-swap.
We won't have to see most of these Islamic accounts. Their broker is purely an Islamic broker. They won't offer the normal accounts. So once we get our own broker, what we'll do is we'll have the normal where you do have swaps, but we'll offer an Islamic version.
Yeah, well, you can. It's probably higher commission.
Yeah,
but
you
but
don't
no
want to
swaps.
ignore a billion people or 2 billion.
No, exactly.
That could be good.
I said that. Yeah, I said that.
We'll
I had that
have,
on
we'll have a
notes as well.
kosher account too. Whatever the Jews
A
are
kosher
doing.
account.
We'll have
I don't know what's the special requirement for kosher.
Just in case they do have one, but
Just in case.
they should be fine. They should be fine.
True.
For Orthodox Christian account, you know. That's
Just
what
have
we'll
all the
have.
religion accounts.
We'll have
That's
all of them,
hilarious.
all the Orthodox religions.
We're all inclusive here.
We are inclusive. We'll have an
Yeah.
LGBT.
Oh gosh, by the way, guys. No, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about my my oil.
You sure? Are you sure about that?
Just poor timing from you, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
blame
finally
me,
got
bro, blame me.
I finally got the thing wrong somewhat. So, okay, if you guys remember my oil tracking, so if you guys don't know, I am trying to track oil for a whole year. You can see I started around this time of November, so I still have a few months to go. So right now I'm trying to track it. You can see I get the moves somewhat right most of the time, but I do get some wrong moves. So for example, like this one was perfect. This one was also perfect. And then this one, I finally got something wrong here. So, but however, I did explain this on the group, on the live stream yesterday, though. I said we're currently in this weekly grid at the moment, right? And I said, okay, as soon as we grab this liquidity, push up. But if we reject this weekly grid again, we could anticipate a higher high. And if you guys remember, I said this daily zone might be the next target. And so far, so good. Okay, so we are looking to reach that 80 once more. Once that 80 is tapped, I will look into potentially shorting it into the next weekly grid again, or looking at these previous minor structure highs and lows, because you can see they are quite, even though they're minor, they do have an impact. You can see here where look at this wick over here, if I just zoom in, which was created during a Asia-London switchover. You can see over here, 7 o'clock, London-New York switchover. You see that low being tapped again, first of all at Asia and then at New York. So yeah, that's something I need to keep in mind. And around this zone as well, you can see these highs created at London to New York switchover. You can see them being tapped once more. So they have some sort of impact again over here at New York / Asia switchover. Again, some sort of impact. But yeah, I'll look into doing this. But I think overall we're reaching that weekly grid over here before starting to climb back down. So my goal with this is trying to find a definitive edge on oil itself, and then looking if I can transfer some of the things I learned from oil tracking it for a whole year and transferring it over into my own strategy. This is obviously purely price action and structure, no indicators, no nothing, not even smart money concept, not even liquidity, literally just levels and structures, and looking at how I can implement them as best I can. I think subconsciously I do incorporate liquidity to some extent, because for example, like this one, I was explaining to the group, well, not to the groups, myself, when I wrote it. I said this liquidity will get grabbed as soon as we bounce into this zone over here and tap into this zone. So I do subconsciously think about it, but I'm trying not to. Anyways, that's besides the point. Just something to share and update you guys with. There you go.
Eliman was saying, can you...
Watch here. Oh, can you watch the difference between oil and US dollar? I mean, I think oil is weighted against US and no, not this one.
Eliman
Not
was
the one
saying,
I'm
can
trading. No, it's just literally just oil. Yeah, I'll definitely watch it. And how differently it moves, especially news. I think news is going to be one of those things that I really need to keep an eye on. As Elite Man said, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I think you're going to need to see how oil moves with the fundamental news as well. Pretty sure Nu mentioned that too. Nu, a long time friend of ours, long time buddy, long time support.
Yeah, where's Nu at nowadays?
So,
The resident uncle.
Uncle Nu.
Uncle Nu is being Father Nu right now. He's looking after his
Yeah, he
kids.
is. He is being Father of the Year. We need awards like a year leader awards
What,
ceremony
Father
in
of the Year?
Enigma. No, just an award,
I
just
was
like
gonna
best
say.
trader, best
Yeah.
or most improved, like like
That could be
those
cool.
types. Yeah,
That could be cool seeing a
most
beginner
improved trader.
and seeing him improve. That could be amazing.
Send them like a trophy or like some sort of trinket, so they can remember themselves.
That initial learning curve in trading is very fast, to be fair.
No, yeah, it is.
I would say going from someone who thinks trading is literally clicking buy and sell to understand, oh wait, analysis, risk management.
Yeah,
That is very
it's a big
fast. You can quickly learn.
and then actually getting from that zone to being a profitable level is one of the hardest things.
That's it.
To
And
do.
then staying profitable, I guess, is even...
Staying profitable and sticking to your rules
That's
is
another
again
thing.
something you learn over time. So many like waves of becoming a trader. It's yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone goes through different waves at different point in time. Some people get initial success, some people don't, and some people learn, the hardest way possible, which is blowing your account or multiple accounts even, and some just learn by I don't know, being disciplined straight away, being gifted with being disciplined because of their other jobs, previous like previous whatever. But some don't. That's why I think trading is one of the most interesting.
It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And the sad thing is, I mean, majority of people won't make it though. That's the sad thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't.
Again, we say that, but that's... I'm not saying that to shit on people. That's every industry.
Yeah, that's every
Every
industry.
industry, most people don't make it. So.
Mm-hmm.
But
you can increase your chances.
That's the thing. This is the thing. People will hear that, and there's some people that will hear that and think, "Oh, okay, I guess I'm not one of the guys." I've never thought like that for something, so I don't know what it's like. Some people will hear someone saying, "Most of you aren't gonna make it,"
and give up.
They'll just literally hear that, and they'll be like, "Oh," because they were, let's say, they had bad grades in high school, or someone told them they were stupid when they were younger. They have this belief that, oh, okay, I must not be one of those guys that's gonna make it. But when the person is saying most of you aren't gonna make it, they're actually trying to motivate you. They're not. The reason they're saying it is to tell you, okay, you're gonna have to work harder than everyone else to make it, become the 5%, or.
Sure. Also, Euro-dollar is tanking right now, man.
Is it? Have we finally started doing something?
Yeah, finally doing something. This better not be a liquidity grab, or else I'm gonna be so done with trading forever. No. I'm quitting after this. I'm retiring.
It's interesting. I really don't like those highs, but maybe you got the right entry. You normally do.
Nah, we'll see. We'll see.
I'll stop being sus as soon as we break these lows around 1.0.
Yeah, no, for me, same. Like, for me, I'm exactly the same with you, mate. I am a little bit more suspicious of my trade. So I'll just show you guys I have entered. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but...
yeah, they can see that.
There you go. I have entered.
$67.
Yeah.
Phone bill done.
Phone bill. Yeah.
or whatever else you want to buy. I was trying to think of things that will pay off.
Oh, actually,
National
boys.
insurance.
There you go. It says a demo account because it's FTMO, alright. Just being completely transparent. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't show it. FTMO account.
No,
It's because I
I
don't
don't
show my
think.
actual I don't show my terminal
I think it's
on stream
annoying. It's
because
really annoying though.
I don't put terminal on stream. I don't use the terminal anyways. I trade on my phone. I execute on my phone.
That's the annoying thing about FTMO.
They put demo.
Why don't you just put real? You're getting paid. Surely they can work out some sort of deal.
They used to. No, they used to.
Yeah, did they? Alright.
Yeah, when I first had my FTMO, it said a real account rather than demo.
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine how it would be tricky to sort that out with MT5 though.
I think it's because when they had they had a different broker at the time. They had, I think, which one was it? Purple, I think it was called Purple broker,
There are
and
loads
they
of
actually
different
did.
ones.
They had yeah, they actually did. But I used a Purple account, and they actually did have an actual real live banner. But as soon as they switched to their own broker, they started putting demo on even live accounts, which is quite weird.
Ray, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe you're missing the fake out, and
Well, yeah.
you're gonna get the better entry later on.
Yeah, you might end up getting an actual an amazing entry here because it does look like it's becoming a fake out here. Massive impulse, taking those equal highs on the 1 hour. We're starting to reject that level. So yeah, we'll see. We shall see. As for gold, gold, and to be honest, I still do anticipate it to fill in that wick and go down to 1878. We'll see what happens.
Meanwhile, I'll just sit here with no trade again.
Yeah, as per.
Fuck it.
Elite Man's gonna start roasting you soon if you don't start taking trades.
True.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen, do you?
Possibly, yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
My
Leave
worst
I'm gonna have to
fear.
leave the group. It's gonna be.
You might gonna have to leave the group, mate.
No, I'm joking.
You guys are some...
Elite Man is the cause of all problems. To be fair, in the group, I can't
US
lie.
30. We don't
joking,
trade
Elite Man.
US 30, but let's check it out.
US 30. Oh, I trade that.
Do you? I don't remember the last time I've seen you analyze.
I
it.
trade that. I trade that,
Alright,
bro.
let's see
I have no trade on it though. But you share your
Let's
analysis
see
first.
what it looks like on my end. But since you trade it, let's see. All right, let's look more recently. Right, this is on the 4-hour time frame. Let's see the beautiful events that are occurring right here. So clearly bearish structure. We've been following this bearish trend since January, if not further. Had a little takeout here of these highs, broke structure towards the upside, but seems like a little fake out to grab liquidity because we pushed down lower. Now we pushed higher and we took these highs at 3400 not very recently, but November. Okay, so near the end of the year. So on the whole, I would expect us to push into a discount of this level here. I think that's a big lesson I learned. Let the trades come to you, not forcing anything. Yeah, 100% Ray. It's
sure.
literally, if you've been trading your strategy long enough, or you've got the data from back testing, and you know, okay, every month I'm probably going to get 10 trades a month, or 5 trades a month, or 20 trades a month. Then when you miss one, it's like, okay, it doesn't matter. I'm going to get another one. But yeah,
Facts.
so overall, you can expect a retracement. Of course, we could take the highs, but the logical thing to do is expect a retracement. You always want to stack the odds in your favor, and in this case, we pushed up since October. You don't want to expect us to keep pushing up. The more logical thing to do is look for shorts, in my opinion. And in that case, let's look at this structure. We've clearly... we can even do this. So at the top of the trend, we made bullish structure. Had a quick fake out towards the downside, just like on the higher time frames. Pushed up again, and now we broke structure towards the downside. Now, what we're doing here, we're tapping into these areas. So in this case, at the top of the trend, we've broken structure towards the downside. Slowly pushed up, showing that the big money is attracting in buyers, sellers. We've got lots of orders waiting below here. Lots of orders been taken out here, triggered in. So we can expect once we reach into the higher end of this leg, we'll push down. Especially now that we're tapping in to these order blocks over here. So it's all lining up pretty well. But long story short, Shorts on US 30 for me. Looking good if I traded it. Yeah, so we're inside this area now. This is perfect. Right before tapping into it, we broke below. Sorry, right before we tapped into it, we generated liquidity and pushed down, then came back up and took it. So this could have been a fake out for all the people trying to sell. They got triggered and they thought, okay, we're about to push down now. And then we came right back up and took the high. So this area around 3400, if not, and then the next area is 34200, look good for shorts. Targets, of course, first you want to look at this minor structure here around 33600, target there, then lower below that the structure break 33300. All these levels you see here are key levels to take profit from. This is not financial advice. Yeah, it sounds like I'm saying you should do this. Yeah, on the lower time frames, the way I would do it, as if I was trading my own pairs. Again, it's all structure. It's all structure. Structure and liquidity. So if we go on this time frame, bullish structure leading up to the order block. We followed it all the way throughout, I'm pretty sure, yeah. All the way throughout. So to round off, so CPI, yeah, are you thinking the same, Acta Kunst? Are you bearish too, or looking for longs? What was your idea? CPI would probably push it further down.
How you forget
Yeah, well,
that?
fundamentals usually line up with the technicals from what I've seen. So yeah, CPI will see has a high chance of lining up and pushing down, in my opinion. Yeah, we didn't tap into a discount with this, so for me, we're still inside this bullish leg here. For me, we're still in a bullish trend on the lower time frames. So before I look for shorts, what I would do is, personally, I would A, look for this high to get taken, then push down, and then look for this entry here. Or, if this pushes up high enough, try and get a quicker entry here. If you get a nice rejection, this is how I trade, by the way. Once it pushes up high enough, if I can get a quick scalp entry here, then move my stop loss to break even, because of course I will be against the trend, then whatever runs. Take a tiny amount of profit, then whatever runs. You'll have a nice stop loss entry above here. So either try and get a quick entry here, or wait for a structure break either here or this actual structure right now, then look for shorts. That's how I would do it. I think it will push down. Economy doesn't look great with all the money printed. Yeah, well, there you go. There's fundamental wise, if you just generally look, of course, yeah, that's the outlook for many countries right now, isn't it? Same with the pound, same with the dollar. I'm not sure about the rest, but yeah. So essentially, if I was to short this, I would either wait for the structure to break down here, or wait for new structure to be created, and then that gets broken, so on and so forth. Overall, bearish on US 30 for me, and I'll let Mark show his analysis.
You got it right, basically, to be honest. Okay, here goes my analysis on US 30, boys. Alright. First of all, let's look at the weekly grid. I always like to look at the weekly grid to see where I am in price and where it's magnetized to. And it basically gives me a direction as well. Again, it doesn't give me timing. That's why I go lower time frame. Anyway, so first of all, we had this major zone over here. We broke that major zone. Look at that, how we hesitated to break this major zone over here. And a lot of traders anticipating whether a breakout or a collapse to the downside. You know, a lot of uncertainty. And clearly, the bulls won in that case. Again, this is all hindsight as well. So yeah, we managed to go up, and then look at what we did. We rejected this other major zone over here, almost to the T as well, right? And then what did we do after? So we finished from this grid to this grid, now to this grid. And then what did we do after? We fell back down below, okay? So now, since we fell back down below, what can we anticipate? We're anticipating to potentially fall back down into this 3,200 and 32,400 zone, sorry. It's very early. My apology. Anyways, okay, so yeah, as I said, so we obviously rejected this zone. We broke down this zone. Now we're anticipating to potentially go down to 32,400. Okay. Now let's look at the daily time frame to see our range. As of right now, this is our daily leg from this from this high to this low, and why is this the daily range? Okay, so I'll just explain it really quickly. So, because a lot of people will probably say, no, this is the low and this is the high. I trade structure a little bit differently. So let's look at from this high, from this low specifically. So obviously, look at this low, and where's the most significant high created before retracing? Up here. A lot of people might say over here, but for me, this one bearish candle isn't enough for me to signify that it was a valid retracement. For me, that's just a pause in the market, okay? There's not enough time to, again, I guess, collect orders for it to be a consolidation for me, or a correction, sorry. Okay, so for here, this is our new low, this is our new high. Did we end up breaking this high? Yes, we did. We broke it up over here. And where's the two consecutive candles to signify our corrective state? That is this one right here. 1 2 3 3 1 2 2 consecutive bearish candles on the opposite direction of the trend. Okay, next one is obviously we broke this high, and this is our new high, and this is our new low. Okay, so now in order to become bearish, all we have to do is break this low over here, and we did exactly that, and our high still remains the same. And then what did we do? We broke that low, this is our new low over here, and this is our new high. Okay, so now we have to ask ourselves, did any significant structure get broken? No, because the new high still remains and the new low still remains. So as of right now, our structure is from this high to this low. Okay, I hope everyone follows with that. But as I said previously to same as UJ, this only gives us a range to trade with. It doesn't allow us to time the market perfectly. Obviously, for me, if I was looking at it, to be fair, I think I did trade the US 30 trade, but I'm still backtesting it. I would have taken a trade over here if price rejected this zone on the lower time frame. However, it did not, and it broke through it. Okay, so that would have been my first take. Now we're in an even better position now, because obviously in order to become bullish, all we have to do is break this zone. So in order for our trade to be invalid, all we have to think is if this daily level goes above this zone right here, then our trade is invalid, and we're probably going to go even longer. So we have our final chance to finally get our shorts in, and if we're right, then that's great. If we're wrong, well, we don't have to worry about trying to re-enter. We don't have to worry about getting the next entry, because at this point, once we're wrong, we're 100% wrong, and the direction would change and the bias will change. So that gives us almost not clarity, but it gives us a bit of a I don't know what to say, but I think you guys get the idea of what I'm trying to say. But anyways, okay, on the 4-hour time frame, 12-hour, sorry, we got this volume profile, VWAP over here. So we have this VWAP starting in the month right now. As of right now, it doesn't give us much, because the month has just started and the month has been completely impulsive, very, very impulsive. You can see massive moves to the upside. So the VWAP isn't as important right now. We're probably going to end up breaking above the VWAP, honestly, to end up potentially going above, and it's starting to crash back down below. But we'll wait and see. As of right now, let's hide that. Next thing we have is a volume profile. So the volume profile, we have two things that we're looking at. We have major structure over here. Sorry, not structure. We have major cluster over here. We have a gap over here. We also have a gap below, above as well. So we need to keep in mind with that gap. Why do we need to keep in mind with that gap? Because that gap acts as a magnet, and this gap also acts as a magnet, because it shows that there was this level hasn't been tested, or the market doesn't really know if this level is significant or not. So it's probably going to end up testing that. And if it still leaves a gap even after reading, going into that level, that could be a good signal to start shorting. Okay, so that does actually give us timing and gives us an entry. But obviously the exact same here. So if we go over here and we dip into this zone but don't fill in that gap, then we're potentially, the market's basically saying that there might not be any volume to be found, any value to be found anywhere below this gap. So we might start to test higher prices. Okay, now let's hide that for now. And another thing we need to is we do have a slight volume cluster around this zone as well, a very slight one. But yeah, let's move on to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so for the 4-hour time frame, this is the one thing that goes against our bias currently. The 4-hour time frame is currently bullish. Okay, which is not good for us, obviously, because if we right now anything above here, according to the 4-hour, or anywhere between this zone is bullish, and we could be at any point taking bias. Okay, but it's obviously that's not good for us. So what can price action do to give us a bit more clarity and a bit more confidence to take the trade? So what it can do for me is break these highs in the 4-hour time frame. Now our new structure level will be from the new high to this low. Okay, so why is that good for me? So now in order to become bearish, we don't have to go through all of this. All we have to do is go through this little zone right here. And that for me will be better. And if we look at the lower time frame, this is also beneficial for us because of one thing. Okay, if we go up above this zone right here in the 4 hour, we have now grabbed this equal highs, grabbed this liquidity. And you can see over here as well, if you zoom in, look at this 3-pin formation over here, right? How many traders do you think entered in that 3-pin formation? That is a typical, right? I'm sure everyone knows that's a typical entry requirement for retail traders. Okay, so I can imagine a lot of traders have their stop loss above here, wherever. Okay, so I can assume, and I can, according to this, is that there's probably going to be a lot of stop losses above this zone. So we could potentially hunt that stop loss again, making our 4-hour structure change slightly from being all of this. Where is it? All of this to now being something like this. So now what we can do, sorry, let me just remove all of this. So what we can do now is wait for it to go above, finish on the 4-hour, and then the next hour, wait for it to break down below. That means the highs have failed, and let's say imbalance close. Then again, the same setup as in euro dollar, we can start to trickle back down. And then once we reach that 4-hour major zone over here, where this low is created, which is here, we can move our stop loss to break even, managing our risk, because there is a good chance as well that we do reverse from that level and start to push back up. So we need to keep that in mind. And then, so yeah, as long as we have obviously our stop loss to break even, look at all this free traffic over here. In the volume profile, this would show us literally no volume, and there'll be a massive gap in the market. This gap will be tested. And then obviously, if we can take partials and so on as we go down. But overall, I do anticipate price to go down to 33,780 as a weekly grid, and it's magnetized to that weekly grid. Okay, so that's my analysis thus far. But yeah, let me just remove this. It's annoying. Just to basically make it easier for you guys to understand, what I'm looking for is I'm waiting for a bullish candle over here. It doesn't have to be like this. It could just be obviously a 4-hour candle finishing above, and then the next one to finish back down below, and then I'll be looking for the massive sell-off down to here. Okay, cool. Hope that explained it. That's my US 30 trade.
Has been explained.
It has been explained, boys.
Yeah, I ain't seen you mention US 30 in time.
I do trade US 30, bro. I started to look at
Has it
FTSE
just-
100 too.
Has it just not been lining up recently, I'm guessing?
Yeah, no, it hasn't. Look at my previous trades. Look at my previous prophecy things, and you can see US 30 there practically every week. It just nothing has happened in US 30.
I thought so.
Oh, euro dollar is also crashing again. I hope Ray got his entry. Ray, if you didn't get your entry, apologies.
It depends on what their target inflation is, Ray. CPI obviously means inflation. But usually if it's less than their target inflation, what usually happens is they want more people spending to grow the economy. So they don't like the fact that inflation is lower than they expected. So what they'll usually do is they'll lower the interest rates, so less people are saving money in the bank, less businesses are taking loans out. Sorry, more businesses are taking loans out.
Okay, yeah.
More businesses are taking loans out. So lower inflation usually is not a good thing, but it depends on their target too. So after the low inflation, let's say their target was 2% and it was 1%, they'll usually lower the interest rate so that more people are spending instead of saving, and more businesses are taking loans out, and more investors from outside the US are putting their money in the dollar, because obviously, less people are
putting money in dollar. Because lower interest.
That part I don't understand. The whole outside.
Okay, so CPI is simply put. This is how I see CPI.
Generally, it's to grow the economy. Once you get lower inflation, then
exactly.
That's what happens.
So CPI is a little bit tough because obviously it deals with inflation. Inflation has many different effects in the economy. Namely, in the Forex market, the most important thing is if a higher inflation, that means a higher interest. If it's a higher interest, then more businesses want to want to hold the dollar. Okay, and that way, if the dollar is obviously being held, there'll be less dollar in supply, actually putting the value of the dollar higher. Okay, so Dixie will rise, the US dollar index will rise if inflation rises. Because the investors are thinking, okay, the inflation's rising. The only thing that the the central banks, the Fed, can actually do is increase interest rates. That way, there'll be less spending in the market, controlling inflation to make it a bit lower. The other side of it, though, is if inflation is high, there'll be more uncertainty. There'll be more consumer uncertainty. Consumers will probably spend less and are able to spend less because inflation's higher. So that way, the economy actually shrinks with higher inflation. But that's that's why inflation is a little bit tough to really determine whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. But as it stands right now, for us traders, for us retail traders especially, all we really need to know is the higher the inflation, the better it is for the dollar, because the interest rates will go up, basically. But you can go like days looking into the inflation. But yeah,
It depends on their target a lot, so it's tricky.
it really does. Yeah, it depends on their what was it, mandate? Is that what they call it?
Generally, yeah, it depends on their target, what they set in the meeting.
Yeah.
Essentially, though, technicals do usually line up with fundamentals. It's more so. I wouldn't say fundamentals is your highest priority. Let's just say that.
For us technical short-term traders, well, I call myself
Especially,
short-term
yeah.
trader, but it's not really the most significant thing.
Of course.
You may end up losing a few here and there because you don't look at news, but overall,
It's like a cherry on top, I would say.
yeah, it is. It does give a price reason to move.
Yeah.
It really does.
The longer term, the more longer your span of trading gets in terms of time, the more you want to start paying attention to news. In a nutshell. So obviously, if you're trying to predict where US is going to be, sorry, the US dollar is going to be in a month, of course you might want to check the news because it's going to help you out. But if you're trying to predict the next hour, then it's really not that important.
Unless you're specifically entering at the actual news date,
course.
then it might be. It might be an issue. But throughout the day, no, not really. Come on, Eurodollar. By the way, I'm leaving at 9 because I need to prepare everything. I still need to take a shower. I still need to pack and stuff.
No worries, Ray.
I need to download movies too, man. What am I gonna do in the train for 3 hours or 4 hours, bro?
3
Not
hours.
watch.
You're telling me the train takes just as long as the car ride. How does that make sense? It must stop on
Yeah.
the way about 10 times.
Yeah, it's parking though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to take a train. I mean, that's not.
So Mark,
Are you taking the train or not?
it's mean.
I am
You
taking
can
a train,
watch Vikings now.
No,
Yeah.
no, because I'm
Yeah.
gonna be watching.
Nah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna-
no
you need to
excuse.
watch Viking.
No,
No, because I'm
excuse,
gonna be
brother.
watching ICT concepts. That's what I mean.
Sure,
Jeez, guys, I'm gonna be working on the train. No, actually, to be fair, I am gonna have a background thing. It might be Viking, just have it on a background, just to disrespect your shows.
Yeah. Baron knows. Vikings is OG.
Yeah, I'm gonna disrespect your show by just having it in the background, not watching it.
I won't
and doing
lie.
the work.
I won't lie with Vikings.
You need to
though.
watch it too.
Elite man, are you the same? You know that last season, I did not watch it all. It was so dead.
You mean Viking?
Yeah, as soon as Ragnar died, I lost all interest. I was like, nah.
Oh, spoiler alert!
same,
Now I don't even
same.
want to watch it.
It's in
Jeez.
season 5 or something, bro.
Bro, I don't even want to watch it anymore. You ruined the show for me.
Oh.
That's it. I'm not watching it.
Wow.
There you go. Adil
Yeah,
gave me a
But
reason.
still, you
not
need
to
to
watch
watch.
it.
As soon as Ragnar dies, the main character, Mark. Yeah. It's that show did. But overall, it's sick. Those
Nah,
shows that are based on real life are always way better too.
Yeah, that's why I watched the.
You cried at the end. Wait, what happened
No,
at
I'm
the
joking.
end? God damn.
Oh.
I guess you can't tell me, mate. It was literally like 6 episodes I had left. I guess I've got to finish it.
No, you have to watch it now. Now you have to.
You
I
cried at
don't.
the end. I gotta know now. Like, you cried
Yeah.
at the end.
Guess no backtesting for tonight then.
Yeah.
Yep.
There goes the slot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. No, I'll probably
Yeah.
I do have quite a bit of work to do. I still haven't finished my journal, man. Still till
Oh,
this
mate.
day,
Baron,
I've not finished.
The Nightbot didn't even let him do a winky face.
I did not.
Wait, what did you say, Mark?
I haven't even done the thingy yet. The journal. I haven't finished it. Still need to finish that because I've been coding. To be fair, I've been
Yeah.
probably should finish that.
Well, you need rest too.
Hmm?
You
Yeah.
need rest too. Not only work.
No rest. What's rest?
Yeah, as soon
Oh,
as I
then
got
you-
this, yeah, that's it.
Who are you? Telling me to rest? Hell no.
Like we was thought you're gonna overwork,
Mm.
and it's not good for building.
No, I did take a rest. I just stopped working at 8. Literally at 8, no more work, and then I
Mark
just
finally
like
got a good night's sleep.
I did after a while. Only got one. And I woke up pretty decently early as well, but had a lie-in basically, just lied there, bro. Finally had the benefits of becoming your own like boss basically. Finally,
Oh,
they're all this
finally.
tough. No, I don't like that luxury. I prefer to work as soon, get my stuff out the way.
It's
and then-
always
and then
tricky
chill.
because sometimes you sit there and you think you're actually motivated to like work all night. You're there like, oh, I want to get this done. But
Yeah,
then I'll sit there and I'll say, but if I do that, then I'm gonna be performing worse tomorrow. Tomorrow,
just
I'm
don't
not,
perform worse.
then no, but then tomorrow I'm not gonna get as much work done, and then my sleep's gonna get messed up for that day, and then that, and then
It is a
it's a
cycle of
balance. It's like some days where you're just like, I don't care about my sleep. I'm just gonna just do it.
yeah sacrifices, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're not willing to
Yeah.
sacrifice your sleep.
Watch. As soon as we get the office, me and Mark are literally all night just making videos, back testing.
Oh, yeah, relax.
Trust.
I'm not gonna be there from like 12 till 12, mate. Calm down.
You say that, but you're the one who's more likely to do it. That's the funny thing.
No,
You
no,
definitely
no,
are, bro.
no. I'll record them all throughout the day, but I'm not staying
Yeah.
in the office past like 8, mate. Honestly,
Ah, it's calm. I guess some people don't have the dedication. It's alright.
the dedication, bro.
Joking.
Nah, allow yourself, man.
It's calm. It's calm.
I got people to get home to, innit?
Yeah.
I'll get a mouthful of an earful, sorry, an earful of
A mouthful.
hate.
Jesus.
Hey yo,
You said it, not me.
pause,
You said it.
pause.
An earful.
What
yeah.
did he say?
What did he? Oh, shit,
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't even
still
have the, I
shorting.
didn't even have the soundboard up today. What's going on?
Oh, right. We need the pause one, and then
Oh
what
yeah, we
did he
need
say?
pause. We need a pause. Kevin Hart had the funniest one. I don't know if you've seen Kevin Hart's. Still shorting
Yeah,
than
no.
you.
An earful if I don't come home on time. Do you know what I mean? Happens,
Yeah.
mate.
Well, Marks is working out right now, but he's also, I think, a little fearful of the liquidity graph.
Me, fearful, never. Yeah, I'm
Mm.
still shorting EU.
Yeah.
I have 100% belief in my trades every single time, no matter how many times I lose. Even if I blow my account, I'm still gonna take the next trade in margin.
Of course. No, but you can still be a little fearful during the trade.
No, of course, yeah. I'm just yeah.
Yeah.
I am. You can be fearful, but as long as you control it and you don't do something like reckless or like impulsive, then that's fine. You can be
Yeah.
fearful. It's fine.
The emotions are fine as long as you don't let it affect you.
Yeah, like no crying on stream.
Where did that come
After
from?
stream, you're gonna cry.
Where did that come from?
When you get roast elite, man. No crying on stream, alright? When James comes back just to roast you,
Yeah.
no crying on stream. James will be back. He will be coming a bot with vengeance. He coded up. Nah, he tasked me to code the elite man roasting bot that will be joining the bots.
It's just
It'll be
whenever,
like, literally just
whenever
on-
Elite Man says anything, it's programmed
Yeah.
to roast him. That would be so
Exactly. As
cool.
long as he types, it'll come up like shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Just to remind
You guys are mean.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's
It's
what
just
you
a
get for
joke.
tracking his trades, bro. It's karma.
Yeah, that's what you get, literally.
You literally message him like, yo, how's your trade doing, bro?
Yo, you were break even yet? Yeah.
Guys,
You
imagine
lost.
that. You take a trade, post it in the group, it's 2 hours later, some guy's like, yo,
Break even?
break even. Imagine someone
Again?
did that
Break
to you,
even
Elite
again?
Man.
Break even again? Oh, okay.
No.
No wins? Got you. Alright.
Oh, another trade? Guess you're being a bit greedy today,
Oh, you're getting greedy.
eh? You know,
Sorry, if you guys
Yeah.
don't get it, join the group, man. You'll get it.
yeah. What would make it funny is if there's like, even when there's 1,000 people in the group.
We're still roasting Elite Man himself.
No,
Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
he's still there tracking that one guy's trade. Even
Oh,
though
yeah.
the chat's being spammed, that one guy's like, yo, man,
Yeah,
that's
he's got it on Excel. He tracks the guy's trades more than himself.
That's the
Doesn't,
funniest.
yeah. He's like, yeah, James, another trade, got you. That means James doesn't even need to put his own tracker on. Elite Man's gonna do it for him.
Just-
He'll have
Yeah.
James trades as a journal.
yeah.
Thank you for everyone who joined this the Discord, by the way. We do have big plans to add more things in there to help
Oh,
new
yeah.
traders, to help part-time traders and full-time traders, and add more resources and videos. We're planning to make more videos so people can learn. If there's anything specific in our own trading that you guys want to find out more about, obviously let us know. And then we'll try and make a video on it. And what else? What else? Thanks for everyone who subscribed as well. I won't be able to say goodbye to everyone because I am going to be leaving in now. So, so
You're
yeah,
off.
yeah, I am gonna be off. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Calm.
Enjoy the rest of your trading day, boys, and see you in a bit.
See you in a
I'll
bit.
obviously Elite Adil's gonna be host, obviously. See you in a bit. Bye.
Sound. See you in a bit.
Bye, Mark.
Elite man, brother. Time to take over as co-host. Let's go.
Yep.
The thing is, it's tricky because I'm obviously not going to be taking any trades for the rest of the session.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a tricky one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We need wait. Okay.
that's it. Buys below 159,600. The thing is, so right now, guys, for next week, I'll be trading gold, Euro USD, GBP, JPY. By the end of the month, I'll have 2 more pairs. Any recommendations? Because I'm still backtesting. Any, like, 2 more pairs I'm going to be adding on to my strategy. So, anyone else should be good. Should be interesting. It's funny when the only thing you're worried about for your trading is how many trades you're taking. I was saying to Mark the other day, if the only thing you're worried about is how many trades you're taking, that's a good sign. Whereas you're not worried about losing, you're not worried about over trading, not sticking to your rules. If you can get to the point where you just want more trades because the quality of your trades is higher, then it makes sense. Yeah, no, share screen. Yeah, Elite man. Why don't you show your trades for once? Come on. Or your screen.
No.
Not once.
Yeah.
Not once. Never. The people want to see.
I tried this year. Maybe I'm gonna show my screen.
There we go. Speaker. They do, yeah. I think Mark sent a chart. Let's see this. Mark's EU
I'll
trade.
tell maybe take the euro pound.
Say that again, sorry. Euro pound.
Euro pound, yeah.
Euro GBP.
Yeah.
What, should we analyze it or you're saying I should add it?
Yeah.
Add it.
Hey, I mean like the dash two at you know what I mean.
No, I'm not sure. Do you mean you're in a trade on it or what?
No, I'm not. But you did wanna get 2 of
Pairs. I wanted to add a pair in it.
yeah,
Yeah, true. Maybe Euro GBP.
like one of the
Euro GBP is a boring pair. I don't like it. Just from the sound of it, I don't like the sound of Euro GBP. I'm thinking more so USD JPY, EUR JPY. The yen pairs I like to trade. Maybe they'd be a good addition.
well here is a lot of moves like you see.
Yeah. This does move a lot, but you know, it's a bit tricky, innit? Euro GBP looking for shorts too. It looks like a whole load of pairs I'll be looking to drop down a little. GJ overall, yeah, we want those longs into the short, to be fair. Euro USD. It's a lot more trickier to stream without a co-host, isn't it? You know?
I believe that.
Yeah. It's a lot more trickier without Mark here, but you know, I try and retain
Yeah, Mark
whoever's
speak
left.
a lot.
Yeah, there's always someone to speak to, so...
Yeah. Well, and my English is so bad too. So
Nah, your English isn't that bad, bro. It's alright. Even if it is, like, I'm guessing, obviously, you're Estonian, so... You speak a language
Yeah.
I don't. Sure, not worry.
say again.
I said, do not worry. You speak another language that I don't. But yeah, Euro USD, shorts for me, the best area is up here at 1.0800. This here was tricky for me to sell with all the liquidity waiting above here. There were no clean zones for me to enter from. Hence, when Mark entered, I couldn't really enter, as we have different strategies. And GJ, price is coming up to the area. Longs at 159,600. Gold, we said shorts made sense, but taking these highs first, then drop in. If not, coming into this area first, that will be perfect for gold. That will make a lot more sense on gold. to sell from. Yeah, anyone else in the chat, let me know, what are you looking at, what pairs are you looking at, because yeah, sort of done my analysis. That's what we're waiting on.
Well, I think at the moment the dollar pairs won't be known the rate before the CP.
Do you reckon they just keep ranging
So
before CPI, you mean?
probably in CPI, and after that it's going get the trend where it's going.
Yeah, we'll start
The
trading
dollar.
pounds. The hardest thing to do is to
Possibly, yeah.
build on a small account. Yeah, Baran, that's why they say, that's why it's so good that these prop firms have come about, the funding accounts. Right? Because now all you have to do is prove to yourself that, not prove to yourself, but backtest your strategy on a small account or a demo account, become a good trader, or like prove to yourself, okay, for 3 months I either A, made a profit, or you know, I made consistent gains. You might have had a losing month, but as long as you stuck to your plan for those 3 months and you overall were in profit, prove to yourself that you're a good trader. Now you can go to these funding firms who will provide you with funding up to 400,000, some of them. The one Mark's trading on, I would say win rate is more so, it's tricky. I agree with you, where I want a high win rate and high risk reward. Saying prove that strat works more than 70%. But the thing is, to get funded, or even without funding, to make money in trading, you don't need a 70% win rate with all strategies. You could have a 50% win rate, let's say, but your risk reward per trade is 1 to 3 or 1 to 2. So if anyone who doesn't know what risk reward is, for every, let's say, one of your wins, if I visualize it on the chart, is this big. This is one of your wins. And one of your losses, of course, is this much. So let's say you could lose in 3 trades, you could lose 2, but that one winner you had made you a profit, because you're winning more than you're losing, if that makes sense. So you don't need a 70% win rate, but I'm aiming for like a higher win rate. It's like 8%, 90%. The strategy I'm currently trading with is around 70%, roughly 65, 70, and I'm always looking to improve it. But with these funding accounts, firms, sorry, basically, do you know what FTMO is, Baron? Ray definitely knows what it is. He's been watching us. But essentially, if you prove to them that in a month you can make 10% profit without losing 10%, like that's a lot to lose in 1 month, especially if you manage your risk properly. It's essentially a company, you get a month to do this challenge, right? It's more like a trial phase. I don't want to call it a challenge. If you make 10% profit on this account without losing over 10%, so without going into more than 10% drawdown, and without losing more than 5% in a day, and you can make that 10% in a month, they'll provide you go into another stage where you have to make 5% in 3 months. So to simplify it, there's this company that will provide you with money to trade with if you prove you're a good trader. The first month you have to make 10%, the second month 5%, but in the second stage you have 3 months to do it. 3 months to make 5% profit. So imagine, you know, many strategies can do that, I would hope so. Then if you pass that, you can have over 6 figures in funding. They'll provide you with £100,000 to trade with. Depending on whichever account size you choose, you pay a small fee at the start, and then they'll provide you with over up to 400,000. And then from then on, whatever profit you make on that account, they'll pay you 80% of it, and they'll take the other 20%. So I'm only talking about it because you said the hardest thing is build on a small account. That's why I'm saying the game has changed now. It's very different. I'll actually be taking the challenge live on stream next week. That'll be fun. And yeah, the game has changed for sure. You don't have to spend 3-4 years building up a small account. Now all you need to do is prove you have a good strategy. Yeah, that's it. If you want to check the company, the link's in the description to their website. It's called FTMO. But yeah, you can literally, I would say literally spend 3 months. This is exactly what I did. Spend 3 months, forget about your account size, just prove your strategy is actually good. You got a good trading strategy, and that it's enough to pass FTMO. The first thing is just proving you have a good strategy that, you know, generally every month, or at least the majority of months, you make profit and you can trust your strategy. Then once you get to FTMO, you can just manipulate your risk. So that, let's say you risk 1% first, and once you're in a certain amount of profit, 2-3%, start risking 2%, because the only goal is to hit that 10% target. You're not imagining it's a real account. You just want to hit that 10%. So the way I'm planning on doing it is, like I said, you have to make 10%. Risk 1% on your first trade to be safe. 1.5%. Let's say you get a winner and now you're in 3% profit. Now on your next trade, because you've still got 13% worth to risk, right? You can lose 13%. That's when your account will go. So you don't need to worry about that as long as your strategy is good. So once you're in 3% profit, now risk 2% on your next trade. Yeah, you might lose. Let's say you do lose. Now you're in 1% profit. Risk 2% again, and now your next trade will take you up to 5%. And then you need one more trade to pass, because you're risking more and more each time. So don't worry about risk or anything like this. Worry about just getting a good strategy. Then once it gets to the trading, you just prove, you can just manipulate the risk. It's a lot easier than people make it up to be. I would say that. I don't want to say it is easy, but it's easier than you think it is. It could literally be one trade that wins your account. 1, 2, 3 trades that end up getting you this challenge. Then from then on, you're very much closer to becoming a full-time trader. When I say much closer, imagine you pass. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. I'm saying this is the fastest you can possibly get funded is in a month. You could take 2 weeks. You could pass your challenge within 2 weeks. Finish the next stage. You could get that done in 2 weeks. By the way, I'm pretty sure Mark did this. He did one of his recent challenges. He did this. He is funded himself with his company. You could take 2 weeks to finish the first section, 2 weeks to finish the next, within a month. Imagine a month's time from now. Imagine how fast the past month went just now. I bet it feels like it was yesterday when you were in December or whatever. Within a month, as long as you work on getting your strategy right, you take the time in that. As soon as you do have your strategy right and you've tested it and you know you have genuine trust in your strategy, within a month you could be trading 6 figures. Having that in an actual account, and then at the end of that month, you literally get paid. It is crazy, the potential now. These companies have changed the game, so it's crazy. Yeah, still in trials at the moment. Won't be going live until I win at least 3 in a row. FTMO is renowned. Yeah, FTMO for sure is. I like to say they are trustworthy. To be fair, I was with FTMO. I got paid with them, and then at the time I was quite young. I was still 19. I'm 21 now. But when I got funded, I was 19. I was quite immature mentally. I would say I ended up losing the account because I wasn't really ready for it. So, yeah, but I've been paid with them. I got paid 3.5k for the month, and it was good. Definitely a trustworthy company, but yeah, still in. What do you mean by a 3 in a row? Do you mean three trials in a row? That's what you mean, Ray? I'm guessing. Yeah. My cousin's actually doing the same. He took 3 trials. He passed them all. Now he's going to be doing the challenge soon. That's what everyone recommends. They say do the trials, see if you can do it, then take the challenge. At the end of the day, as long as you're not putting your life savings into the fees for these accounts, which is a very tiny amount, then you should be fine mentally. You should be fine. Just focus on your trading, pay for the challenge once you're ready for it, boom, pass it. And if you don't pass it, you work on your trading again, you do it again. End of the day, that's it, it's not that deep. The more deep you make it, the harder it's going to be for you to trade. Yeah, that's it. Literally, it sounds like your mindset's thinking longer term. I used to be in a rush mindset. I was like, no, I need to backtest all this week. The next month I'm going to pass it. And it wouldn't work. It just mess you up. Have the longer term mindset and just ask yourself, how fast did the past 3 months go? This is how I always think of things. Like if you're setting targets for the year, let's say, I just say to myself, well, the past year went past like this. It was so fast. So I don't mind waiting another year to make sure I do things right, to make sure I prove I'm consistent first, then I take the challenge. Because I know time is going to go past so quickly that it doesn't matter. Literally, that's how you got to focus on these funding accounts. Just wait for the 3 months to go and test your strategy for 3 months live. Do the back testing to make sure it is good, constantly working on it, journal, stick to your rules, then do your funding. And one thing you should always understand is that don't view funding as the end goal. This is sort of the disclaimer. The game isn't over once you get funded. Once you get funded, then your psychology will be tested, your mentality is going to be a little adjustment you're going to have to make. But also, you're not going to quit your job. You're going to have to actually still trade and work your job at the same time, because you've got to make money, right? And you've got to consistently make money to sort of prove to yourself mentally, okay, I'm actually ready to make the shift, and then you'll be ready. So just don't view it as the end point. Once you get funded, then you got to make money. Then you got to handle that mentally. Then once you get money, you got to start funding your own small account so that you can grow that now. So that you don't have to rely on another company. Because at the end of the day, you want to be as independent as possible. That's why most of us start trading in the first place. So I wouldn't want a company controlling my income for the whole life. What I would do is fund my own small account. Once I start getting paid from there, then grow that. Then eventually me and Mark are going to make our own broker. We're going to own the software we enter on. We're going to have our own website, so that every aspect of your trading you can own. And eventually you guys will want to trade on that too. 'Cause, I'm sure you can trust us more than some of these dodgy brokers. We'll have our own broker, own platform to enter on. It'll be sick. It'll be amazing. And combine that with the live streams. We'll have a whole ecosystem going on in the group, and it's a lot more trustworthy than all these large corporations, institutions who can be bought by people with nefarious agendas. Yeah.
Well, I
That's it.
think to start trading small accounts better. Then you're gonna learn. Then you understand about yourself, how much you can handle this stress.
That's it. Yeah.
If it's on your money. And like for me, I'm small, so then I get better to myself the expensive. I control my expensive, how much I'm gonna expend.
Yeah.
And so like that.
Yeah. No, I agree. Definitely start on a small account just to. Even I remember when I first started trading, I was risking like 0.01 lots. Even that affected my mentality. When you first start trading, you see literal money going up and down, blue and red. Even that can affect you. Yeah, you're right. You definitely want to focus on your small account. Make sure your actual finances outside of trading are fine. Because listen, if you're worrying about making money, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. I don't care who you are. If you have some sort of worry about your finances outside of trading, you're going to fuck up at some point. Especially if you try switching to full-time trading, and you're now reliant fully on trading as an income without being used to it or without being ready mentally. It's going to damage you. You're going to either lose a lot of money, or you're going to be messed up psychologically. I would say so. Before you ever start making big moves in trading, funding accounts, this and that, or funding your own account, make sure your own bank account, not your trading account, your own bank account is fine. You're not worried about it. Save up a little money every month. Start cutting if you need to. I'm saying, don't spend as much outside. Focus on prioritizing trading. Focus on building your bank account so that your mental health is for your trading. I would say that would improve your trading. You'll see as well, the more money you start to make. Oh, sorry, no, that's a bad way to put it. I'll say the wealthier people, they tend to make better trading decisions. From what I've seen around, and from logic, because they're not worried about the money, they have no emotion attached to it. So all their trades, they're always looking at the best possible option. It's not like, oh, I should target this risk to reward, I might make this much money. Even if it's subconsciously, they might be doing that subconsciously where they set bigger targets or they enter earlier because they're thinking about money. They might not even realize they're doing it, but in the back of their head, they're thinking about money, and their trading is based on that. So the less you can focus on the money aspect, the better your trading will actually become. And I would say the way you do that is by actually sorting yourself out on the money side, making sure you have money that will last you a long time in your bank account. You know, they call it a buffer, where my old mentor used to say this, you know, you need a buffer like 6 months of your expenses. I think Elite Man was just saying this too. Have 6 months worth of your expenses in real life, your bills, this and that, in your bank account, so that if something were to go wrong in your trading, you're not worried about, oh shit, what am I going to do now? I can't trade anymore, I'm going to do this and that. I would say that. GJ is dropping, and it decided to do it at the end of the session. The mother waits for my whole trading session to end. Which, yeah, by the way, guys, I always trade like half 7 to half 9. So this is actually, I think it's done this for the past few days, hasn't it?
Yep.
It must just be like the market cycle. You'll see in different months, and usually the big moves will start at different times. So that's interesting. But yeah, we are tapping into the area as expected. Now, personally, I want to expect a push up from here, but I won't be taking any trades now because, like I said, it's the end of my session. But yeah, Baron, awesome. I'll stick around. Thank you. Yeah, we're just getting started. There's a lot of plans for the group. We want to provide as much value as possible, and at the same time grow our own, you know, little empire or big empire. It's good, man.
Yeah.
That's why it says below free lifetime membership for those who join. The reason that's worth it is because we're going to be adding so much stuff for this. This is literally, we've only just started the group. So many resources for everyone in the group. Eventually, obviously, we will charge for it. And I'll say, if you do join now, like, you're going to be, I don't know, the sort of stuff we're going to be putting in now are going to be amazing. This is definitely worth it.
Well, like I trade, I have small pips at the moment. Like if I get
trade?
like, no, I'm not. About what you was talking about the trade and that stuff.
Oh
what
yeah,
we was
the
talking.
expenses.
Yeah. I'm gonna continue a little bit. So like I trade, like if I made €50, so then usually I'm gonna get my I'm gonna get 0.01 pips. Gonna get higher if I lost.
Oh, you mean your lot
€15.
sizes?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the same slot size lower. So like I'm gonna keep it slowly. It's growing, and I make slowly money, and slowly I lost a little bit of money too if I'm gonna lose.
Yeah. So you're saying you slowly level up your lot size as you make more money.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. If you lose, you lower your lot size.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's essentially how most people, I think, should do it. If not, do it. So base your risk on your account size, right? It's always 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. I guess me and Elite Man managed to have something to talk about while Marco's gone. We got about 5 minutes left. So, anyone got anything to talk about? Let me know.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate. I don't know how many people are still watching. Let's see. What do you think about Andrew Tate, Elite Man? What do you think?
Well,
what's your opinion on it?
He mostly talk about truth, but mostly the truth is harsh. But it's true what he talking about.
Yeah.
So I can deny about that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
See, with him, I would be fully agreeing with everything he says. The only part is the whole women's side. I definitely don't agree. And everything he did in the past, all the pimping, as he calls it, he's been open about that, but he hasn't openly apologized about that. He's the type of guy who's arrogant, obviously, right? Most successful people are. And I get why he wouldn't want to apologize and say, I'm sorry for everything I did in the past. because obviously as a Muslim, I definitely don't agree with all of that, whatever he was doing. But everything else, and I don't say everything else as if that webcam stuff was the massive part of his ideology. But overall, I think he's a good guy. I think most of these people do take as role models. Everyone has a little bad in them. This was just his quote unquote bad. This was his bad traits. But now he's even changed. He's converted to Islam, which, you know, mashallah. And
Yeah.
now I think overall he's a very motivating guy. And I think loads of these kids have seen him and they've actually been motivated. The only issue is the small clips of him where he says it's okay to cheat on your woman, which obviously is not good at all.
Yeah, it's not
Everything
right.
else, so all his other messages, all his other podcasts that I've seen, he's a very smart guy, and he's leveled himself up in all areas of life, which is a motivating sort of thing. You know, finances, obviously your physicality. He was a kickboxer. His network, so on and so forth. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. I think it is a motivating sort of thing. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's all an internet personality facade. I think he has good ideas, but he takes it to the extreme. All a business though, makes people talk about. Yeah, that's what I mean. Very smart. What you guys got to remember is, first of all, his dad was a grandmaster in chess, and himself, from the age of 5, apparently he was beating people in chess who were 10 years older than him. So he's been not bred, but he's been raised like from a young age to have this root idea in his mind that he's smart, capable, that he's the best. So he's still the same person as he was when he was younger. He's just an extreme version of it. The thing is, though, I think he could have blown up just as much as he did now without talking about the women. At least there's a couple of ideas. He could still have talked about women, but there's few ideas that people hate him for. He could have blown up without saying them, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, he talked about Foment, so it's made more famous him. So
That's
more
it,
people
yeah.
start talking about him. So like in market strategy, it's pretty good.
That's it.
But if you talk about that, what people hate, that more people start notice him
That's
and
it.
talk about him. And yeah,
I think the key thing to him blowing up as well was that you know he's about it. A lot of these motivational speakers you see online, or these self-improvement guys, all they do is talk about self-improvement. Oh, you should meditate, you should do this, do that. But outside of it, they haven't actually achieved much. Don't get me wrong, they're a good benefit to society as a whole. But the reason he blew up is because everyone knew, oh wait, he actually was a kickboxing champion. He actually is a multi-millionaire. Maybe I should pay attention to what he's saying. Like, you can tell from the outset, he really embodies the topics he talks about. He's not some 18-year-old kid.
random guy.
Yeah, he's not some random 18-year-old kid talking about, this is how to become a man. Like, what you on about? You're 18 years old. What do you know? Even me, I would never start preaching about how to become a man at 21. I might make videos soon about meditation and stuff like that, but I would never claim to be like the end goal or anything like that. A lot of these YouTubers, they pretend like they know everything. But the reason Andrew Tate blew up is because he really has reached that point in life. He was 35, whatever, 36. He's achieved all those accomplishments. I think that's why he blew up. Yeah, it's the women topics, the tricky part. But, you know, he's calmed down now. After converting to Islam and just in general, I think he realised, okay, I need to relax myself a little bit. Yeah.
But he's prison too now, like being 30 days.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't believe all the human trafficking stuff either. I don't think a man like him would. He's obviously admitted to the whole webcam business, but I don't think he was trafficking. Especially, why would he, let's say it was true, let's say he really is a human trafficker, why would he return to the country where he's under investigation for human trafficking? Like I was just saying, he's a smart guy. Why would he go back and be like, you know what, I might get arrested here? It's obviously them trying to silence him. Them, quote unquote, the system. But anything the news says, like, guys, I don't want to get us cancelled now. I don't want someone to look back on this in 3 years. But anyone, after the past 3 years, my belief is that if you still believe everything the news says, you're just stupid. That's my belief. Mark, I don't know.
Well, if you believe, you need check
You
if
need,
it's right or not, and use many others the news sites.
Yeah. What's this? Yeah, just if you get news, I don't know. It's tricky with news. I try and stay up to date, but I don't trust a lot of it, so it's tricky. I try and just use my own judgment and be like, hey, is this just part of the system? Is it part of their agenda, or do I genuinely need to pay attention? It's tricky. I'm still young, like I just said. I'm only 21. Me and Mark, so I got a lot to learn in life. Elite man's older than me, So let's see. But yeah, that is the end of the
10
stream.
years difference on it.
That's it. It's 9:30. Whoever stayed, thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Join the group for updates just on us in general or Mark's trades. He'll post them in there. He is in Euro USD at the moment. So if you want any updates on his trade, join the Discord. Link below. See you guys tomorrow. 7:30 again. Beautiful stuff. And yeah, that is all. See you guys tomorrow.